honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I have realized that I think that my lovemaking is through rough sex. Honestly. And I say that because like the music and stuff is cool and I do like it. But I do think that I feel like deeply connecting when my partner is like choking me and telling me
and
that he loves
slapping you in the face.
Yeah, and he's telling me that he loves being in my pussy.
Hey besties, welcome back to another episode of the Unapologeticafk podcast. We're back with your favorite host. I'm one of your co-hosts, Brey.
I'm your co-host, Ash, and this is episode 14.
Yay!
Woo!
We're really moving, bro.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
I love that for us.
It's so crazy. So, the first thing we like to always start off with is a mood as fuck. It's funny because Brey and I always spend like the first hour here catching up anyway, but
Facts.
Brey, how are you doing?
I am doing okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that because I feel like every time you ask me how I'm doing, I'm telling you that I'm having a bad day or I'm going through it. And I'm not going to say I'm having a bad day or I'm going through it. I've been doing pretty well, actually. Yeah. Obviously, there's minor things that happen throughout the day, but your girl is good.
I don't remember you always complaining, though. I feel like before we were both on a bad wavelength. I feel like recently you've been
on a good wavelength.
Well,
yeah, I have been, and I'm gonna take that and be grateful about it.
Yes.
So what about you, girl?
I am doing better. I really think that I don't know, I feel like the Mercury in retrograde never bothers me, but I was talking about that last week, and I feel like it was because I feel like
for the whole month.
Yeah, I was feeling, I don't know, really down, and I was saying, just not secure in myself.
Oh yeah, I remember.
But yeah, I bought some scents on a Sunday until I get until we get endorsements. I'm not endorsing anybody. Facts. But it was really good. And yeah, I've just been trying to take my time and make myself feel good because that's what I've been craving. And what else? I've been working on changing and transitioning to being an adult, even though I'm technically an adult. Oh my goodness! So I've been trying to be more intentional about what I want and what I'm doing, and I feel good about that. I'm not where I want to be at all, but for me, I've been in a self-reflection period, and I'm just okay, this is what I want, and now I know how to communicate that, and I feel like that makes me feel better.
I love that for you.
Yeah, thank you.
I truly do, and it makes me think about how I want to shift too. Yeah. Where at any point in time, I can just start doing anything for my life. I can change my life. I can forget someone in my life. I can do whatever I want because it's my life.
Yes.
So then that also puts some ease to I guess my anxiety about where my life is going or what I'm doing or if I'm being intentional enough, all those things.
And I think that's important, like you said, it doesn't matter what other people are thinking and stuff because I don't want to share this just yet, but I'm working really hard to make this transition, and a part of it is is it too soon or can I do this or can I, but I'm just is
this a project that you're working on?
No, it's something else. I'll tell you about it off time. But yeah,
cool.
So yeah, and it's technically about that too, but I'm not as nervous about that one. So yes, but we'll talk about all the things offline, and then I'll share them with you eventually when they happen
in the future.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to say anything else?
No, I think we're pretty good on how we feeling. So as you know, we always get into the next segment, Current as Fuck, where we talk about a whole bunch of different things from tweets, things happening in pop culture, politics, the whole 9 yards. So Ash, do you have anything to share with us today?
I actually have a few things. So I'm going to have my phone out because I have a lot of notes today. All right. So the first thing that I have on my current as fuck list is the girl and her godfather and that whole situation. Did you see?
Where the girl was dating her godfather.
Well,
right?
Now they're married. Yeah, they're married. Apparently, she got pregnant at 15 and had a kid at 16 for him. And they're talking about grooming. I refuse to watch any of those videos. I do not like videos like that. And I think that one thing that I wanted to say is I feel for the most part when we talk about current events on my behalf, sometimes I feel I'm not knowledgeable enough to bring things up. So I'm trying to be like, I'm trying to make sure that I'm like, I know what I'm saying.
Right.
Because I don't always want to be like, I don't know. But yeah, so with that being said, apparently she's been, she was pregnant at 15, had a kid for him at 16. And like I said, I did not watch those videos. So that's one thing I will not be able to be completely informed on. But people were saying that, she was talking about like people are jealous and blah, blah, blah. But it's giving R. Kelly.
A lot of, I don't want to say women, but it's usually women that say like, oh, you're just jealous of my relationship. Girl, no. Like I saw, I think a tweet or a comment about that, her video. I didn't watch it either, but there was just like, when she looks back on her life when she's 30 and realizes how he robbed her of her childhood and her life, she's going to feel terrible, especially making these kind of videos. So,
but I don't even, I don't want to say that because yes, I think that could happen, but I already feel like there's no way that she's completely happy. And I heard that she had like somewhat of like a rough childhood. So I don't, and this is someone that was grooming her like to the point where like she was missing when she was like 14. And like her mother had posted like, if you see her or if you find her, like please let me or her godfather know. So like this guy, he's been her godfather for I guess her whole life. And
now she's
like
married to him.
and he was grooming her.
Like,
so I just feel like, it's a trauma thing. Like it's the same thing that we were talking about. Like, I mean, we didn't really talk about it in its entirety, but like the Azriel Clay thing, when we talked about how she came out and said that she was lying and she was coached, I think like this is just a clutch. And I feel bad for her. Do I think that people should take accountability? Of course. But I definitely think that this is trauma and not just like her choice.
Right. I just think it's so messed up because even with him, how do you look at her and think, yeah, I'm definitely gonna marry her, have sex with her?
This is men, like for the most part. Like I'm not excusing it, but I'm just saying like this is so fucking common that like I do not put it past these people anymore. And like it's just sad because like you don't like if you're being groomed like. You genuinely start to think that you love this person. So
what do you call that thing where it's probably not the same thing, but Stockholm Syndrome?
Yeah.
But it's usually with like kidnappers where you fall in love with your kidnapper and stuff like that. It reminds me of that.
Yeah. He probably didn't like kidnap her per se, but like that is
it's like she's right.
He was someone that was supposed to be like a father figure or like a
authority figure,
a male, an authority figure in her life, and
he decided to do that.
Yes,
that's so messed up.
Yeah,
wish the best of those two luck. Well, not her, not the two actually. I wish her luck.
Yeah,
because I don't care about that man.
Right, because she's only 18, and
she's only 18.
Yes. And that's so sad.
Gosh.
So he probably just waited, for her to be legal.
That's so messed up.
So now the next thing, I'm really gonna have to look at my phone for this because I really had to bring this up. The Alec Baldwin situation.
Oh,
that
my goodness.
Shit has been crazy. And like I said, I've been working on being like, I'm informed. When I was all I want to say is like, I bring that up because I'm just like, when I was reading the story more and more, I was like, like this is just like it's more than like he just accidentally shot these two people.
Oh, there's more to the story.
Yes. So
I don't ever be looking into stories. I just be looking at it like, dang. And then I scroll. That sounds so bad, but it's just because
I'm sorry.
Well, what I was gonna say was I feel like I've desensitized myself to a lot of the news because it's overwhelming sometimes.
Yes.
So then I'd be like, damn, that's really tough, or like that sucks, and then I'd be like, okay.
Yes.
I'm working on that though, again, because I cannot be desensitized to important stuff.
I hate the news. I think I've already said that.
Yeah, you could be
like, that could be like people may think I'm ignorant for that. That's my flaw, but I do hate the news and I do not watch the news. I don't engage in it because I don't want to know what's happening around me. I don't want to know that somebody was killed across the street.
All the time.
Because now I'm going to be walking in fear. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I get that. But I had to read up on the story because I saw something about like the staff and the people not working for a union or not having a union. It wasn't a union-based job, I'm sorry. And I was like, okay, so like if I'm going to bring this up, I need to know what the fuck is going on. So to make a long story short, Alec Baldwin had a gun on set that he thought for a prop, and he ended up killing one woman and injuring another. He injured a male. Now, first of all, this movie is apparently it's a low budget movie, but apparently it's about an accidental killing. What the fuck? That's crazy. So yes.
That sounds like a curse.
So
something very
apparently,
demonic.
before this situation, there were 2 accidental gun discharges on set days before the official incident. According to 3 former members who were actually a part of a larger group of set members that quit, they quit because one of the current working conditions, like I guess they were like in fear of their life because of this situation and other things, but apparently they were not being paid for their work.
Really?
Yeah. So
what company is this?
So this shit was just shady, like all around.
Off rip.
So then on top of that, they said that so this was from I don't remember the article, but I copied and pasted it, so I don't want to be plagiarizing. But yes. So multiple reports have confirmed that the gun Alec Baldwin discharged on the film set held wait, what? Oh, yes. Wow. I'm going to rewind because I had to read that. Okay. So multiple reports have confirmed that the gun Alec Baldwin discharged on the film set held live rounds. So that's basically that they had like active bullets in it. According to an affidavit, Baldwin was handed the gun by an assistant director who said cold gun. The New York Times and the Associated Press reported the term refers to a gun that is not loaded with live rounds.
So like blanks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So basically, they told him that it had blanks, but it did not.
Right.
It did not.
But so maybe the person who gave him that will get in trouble.
Yeah.
Because that means you... Oh, but then who knows? Because maybe they didn't know that.
But how do you not know? Like
the
person who's handling the prop, like not Alec Baldwin, but the person who gave him it was an assistant director who gave him the prop. So the prop team, that's what I mean.
Right.
The gun handlers. How did they not know?
Yeah.
And then you know what's so crazy?
Why put real bullets in there as well?
Yes. But yes. So long story short, he was told that it was a gold gun. It was not a gold gun. And
it was a hot gun instead.
No, it was a hot one. And somebody lost their life, which is completely sad. And, you know, this is not as uncommon as we think it is, where people like almost lose their life or have lost their lives because of like situations on set that were like more dangerous than people thought it was.
Right.
So it's crazy.
Very much.
So rest in peace to that woman, and I wish that other guy a speedy recovery.
Bro, he's not gonna want to act for the rest of his life. I don't feel like. I think he's gonna. Yeah, Alec Baldwin is probably gonna go through a lot of therapy.
Yeah,
a lot of therapy because he didn't intentionally kill this woman. So imagine having that on your conscience. Alec Baldwin is definitely going to need therapy I don't know if it's for the rest of his life, but because this wasn't an intentional kill for him. And like this happened abruptly and it was an accident, he's going to go to therapy for a long time and he's probably not going to act anymore.
Yeah, I agree. So the last current event I had was that Maya Marsano's family is suing the apartment complex. Hold up, because I don't know if my stomach's going to growl.
Is it Maya or Mia? I heard somebody on TikTok call her name Mia.
Oh, shit.
That's why I was like, is this the right name?
All right. I don't know.
Okay, we're just gonna go with Maya. I think it's Maya.
All right, I'll start that over. So yeah, so the last current event is that Maya Marsano's family is actually suing the apartment complex she lived in. And then this is what I was talking about, where I was like, somebody was commenting. So some guy was talking about, how is it the apartment's fault? Like, bitch, don't fucking play with me. Do not play with me. What
Did you look through the whole thing?
They didn't run background checks and shit like that. Like, this nigga had a record. He had a key to her apartment. I really feel like, you know, that they need to definitely enforce or pass a Maya Marsano bill that actually states that maintenance men or like building workers should not have a copy of your key. The fuck is wrong with you niggas?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times, sometimes like if we get locked out, I understand that. But at the same time, there has to be some rules and regulations, strict rules and regulations for someone to come into your apartment.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say just leave an extra key under your mat. Seems safer.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. All right. So that is done. And now we're going to get into our topic. And the last time we talked about this topic, it was very long. So we're not going to do that this time.
Right.
Probably have to split it up. But we're going to talk about sex, guys. Woo-hoo. Ooh. So I wanted to do like a little icebreaker, even though we don't usually do this. But I wanted to do name a red flag for sex.
Ooh, you put me on the spot. There's so many.
Yeah.
I think a red flag is when but is it before or during, or does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, a red flag for me is when the person does not want to please me. So to them, it's all about a fuck to them for like them to get their nut off, but they don't like, there's no intimacy, there's no nothing. For me, that's a red flag, because why would you think I like that?
That part. A red flag for me, and even though I'm not gonna say that, but yes. So a red flag for me that I witness a lot of people go through is like when you're talking to someone and they just bring up sex. Like,
wait, were you saying a red flag with sex or just over in general?
Like in general, like dealing with sex. I'm sorry.
That's definitely a red flag.
Because then that makes me like, even if I thought you were attractive, I'm not gonna want to fuck you now. Yeah, you're weird.
Now I'm making my mission to not have sex with these type of men who bring up sex all the time. That's a fact.
Yeah. So do you have any more that you would like to?
Damn, I wish I there's so many, but like I have to think about it.
Yeah.
It probably pop into my head.
If you think about more, we could talk about
I'm going to just throw it out there.
So we know that there could be like a lot of red flags during sex, but Brey, I wanted to actually ask you some questions.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm getting interviewed.
Do you regret when or how you lost your virginity?
No. Oh. I do not regret how I lost my virginity or when I lost my virginity. I waited until I was 18 and I had this... Yeah, I waited until I was 18 and I was in college, and I had this rule for myself where I would lose my virginity to my boyfriend. So I was dating this guy and we got pretty close. You know, we were doing like oral or whatever, but we never actually, like, he never penetrated me until, and I actually remember, I think the date was January 31st.
I remember mine too. It was that long ago.
Right, 2016. And like I lost my virginity to my boyfriend at the time, and it was really like sweet. Yeah, it was kind of sweet because he came back from a party. He was lit. That doesn't sound so sweet, but he was lit. And he was just like, "Babe, I think I'm ready now." Because there was a point in time where he didn't want to have sex with me, or like he was afraid to take my virginity because he was afraid of like all that would have came with it. You know, we had that. I don't want to say myth, but like it's more when people tell you like, "Oh, you're taking her virginity. She's gonna be attached to you." Blah blah. I was not attached to him. After the fact, but like, I mean, like while we were dating, yes, I loved him, but like I was not attached after the fact. Yeah, but yeah, I don't regret my how I lost it, and like the way I did it though, I shouldn't have done it like that. So when he was like, "Babe, I'm ready," because I wanted to have sex with him a long time ago, I was like, "All right, it's go time. Like I'm about to give it up crazy for my first time, right?" Right. Yeah. What I tried to do was, I think we did missionary. He popped the cherry. It hurt. But then my overachieving ass, because I was like, I'm about to be the best girl he ever had sex with. Like, yeah, this pussy is tight, blah, blah, blah. Right. I went on top and I started writing. And let me tell you, bro, that was the most painful thing. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I don't know why I did that. I think I was trying to do too much. Yeah, I definitely was doing too much.
You was trying to show out.
I was trying to show out and ended up doing the most. Right. I hurted myself in the end.
Bonus question. How do you feel about the concept of losing virginity or like having your virginity taken?
You know, I don't really like my virginity is being taken. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it gives the idea
that you're losing
losing something, right? It gives the man so much power. However, I understand like the sacredness of virginity and like holding on to it and not giving it. Like when we say we don't want to give it to someone easily, it's more so like we don't want to give it to some fuckboy or someone who's not going to properly handle our body.
Even
I
if
would
it's
say
in that moment,
right? But like I don't want to give the man too much power in that term. Like I'm losing it or I'm giving it away. Because when I was a virgin, I wanted to have sex. Like I was just like, I'm ready, but I'm gonna just wait till I'm getting in a relationship. And if I did not get into a relationship at that moment, I was like, I'm not having sex.
Right.
So
for me, I don't regret how I lost it. Honestly,
I want to hear the story.
That's for the Patreon. Oh, that one is really for the
parents
Patreon.
Be watching. The parents be watching.
And my aunts. Hi, auntie.
Oh gosh.
But honestly, so I wouldn't put the term regret, honestly, for how or when. but definitely think that I should have made better choices.
Yeah.
When and how I did it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You don't want to go into detail?
I really can't. I'll tell you after, and I'll tell you guys on Patreon. But this one I really gotta keep a secret. But yes, so no, I don't regret it. But like I said, I should have made better choices sure. Okay, so 2. What is one thing that you wish you knew before you started to have sex?
That's such a good question.
Wait, I don't even know either. I gotta think.
That is such a deep question, though. I feel like I have to really think about. I think something that I wish I knew. Something that I wish I knew before I started having sex was, sex does not keep someone, or it doesn't I think. As I was going through my
growling, I'm so sorry.
No, bro, you good.
No, I only had 2 cookies today. Okay,
bro, I wasn't eating that much either. But I think some of my sexual interactions, and I'm gonna be honest and say that I haven't had that many sexual interactions or bodies. I actually haven't had that many, even though I talk about sex a lot. Usually it's me having sex with not multiple people, but the same person multiple times.
Yeah. Same.
That's on not repeating. I mean, no, that's on repeating, but we should not do that.
It's toxic.
So toxic. Remember last episode, taking accountability. So yeah, when I used to deal with guys, I felt like if I had sex with them because that's what they wanted, it would keep them. And I wish that my younger self knew that sex is not going to keep someone, or sex is not going to make them change for you or make them feel like you're the one for them. It doesn't. It's they take it. I don't even say they take it, but it happens and they don't give a fuck. So I wish I told my younger self that sex does not change a person. It does not make them want you more. It does not make them love you. It's just sex to them.
For me, I would say communication. Sex is about the experience that you want, not just what they want.
Oh, yes.
So I feel part of being in a relationship for a long time is growing up together, and you realize I didn't really communicate that I want this thing, or sometimes your wants and desires change, and it is okay for that to happen and for you to communicate I know I used to like this thing, but I don't like it anymore, or I never liked this thing before and now I do, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yes. Or being this is something that I see that's completely new and I want to try it. So I think that communication on both parts is very important. And I'm not saying just guys or just women, both parties should communicate what they want. And then you guys, try some things, do some things, and don't be kink shaming. Unless just say it's not for you.
You remember back in high school when some girls used to talk about sucking dick and having sex, and I used to be like, oh my god, you sucked his dick. You remember when sucking dick and eating pussy was so taboo?
Yeah.
Now we skip all that.
I always knew I didn't care how taboo it was. I already knew that it was supposed to go down. Okay. I really did. And I think that was what's wrong with me.
I used to look at my friend. One of my friends used to talk about sucking dick all the time in high school, and I used to look at her bro, you be sucking dick? Yeah. No fucking way.
Yeah. I don't know. I just felt
but now,
that's because I knew, for example, when I was younger, there was this girl that I was friends with, and she had a sleepover, and her older cousin was at the sleepover, and we were young. But she was talking about she has a boyfriend and stuff, and we were talking about sex and stuff because she was having sex. At the time, I was not. Damn, so I really had to be young. Anyway, so she was talking about she's having sex, and she was like, she just does penetration. He doesn't eat her out. She doesn't suck his dick. And even at that age, I was like, I was like, you like that? That's okay. She's like, yeah, penetration's enough. I'm like,
no, it's not. Oh my gosh. Bitch, you're dumb.
I didn't say it to her, but long story short, she's not with that guy anymore. And she thought that she would be with him forever. If he's not eating her pussy and she's not sucking her dick, then you're not gonna last.
No. A rule for me too now in my present life is that I need to have oral play. I would like some head. I don't always give head out. The thing about it is, okay, we'll talk about this another time. But I think a rule
save
for
the
me,
Patreon.
Yeah, I'm gonna save it for the Patreon. But I think for me, head is a given. That's something that I need to at least get my satisfaction because penetration doesn't always make me orgasm. Actually, it really makes me orgasm. Yeah. I need more stimulants to keep me going. Yeah.
And that's why you see all these Jamaican men that be talking about they don't eat pussy. That's why
But they do.
They do, but you need to leave them alone. If they say that, just leave them alone.
Girl, they do.
Because listen, if they okay, not just Jamaicans, but if someone says they don't do it and then they try it on you, then they're not gonna be good.
You could teach someone.
You could. And that's why, again, communication is important. Because you know what? Let me not say that it was a joke, honestly. But you shouldn't do that because think about it. Sometimes, there are a lot of things that you don't know how to do. And you wouldn't want your partner to just up and leave you. Yeah. It'd be like you're trash. Sometimes, you may need a little schooling and then you become the best there is. So, boom.
My first boyfriend, the one who took my virginity, actually, he was not the first one to go down on me. He was the second. Right. The first one was a...
Oh, yeah. Yes.
It was great.
Right.
They knew my body. They knew my body. Yeah. Anyway,
Yo, we're going to just clip that one out.
Yeah. So, he actually introduced me. Well, he didn't introduce me, but he... pushed me to do more oral things. So I started learning how to suck dick. Yeah. And he was giving me head and he was really good at it. One thing I can say, he's Dominican and Dominican men know how to eat. Well, that's the only Dominican man I dealt with. Oh yeah. So Dominican men definitely know. He's the only Dominican man that I ever dealt with. But he did his job. He actually introduced me to a lot of different things ass. The way I said ass. If you watch this, please. I don't want no panties in a bunch. I don't want nobody to be like, damn, she telling my entire... They don't know who you are. So, damn, people from my old school are going to be like, I know exactly who the fuck she's talking about.
Oh, well.
Anyway, he just introduced me to a lot of things. And I appreciate him for that.
Yeah. Thank you, Dominican guy, for teaching my friend.
To be great at what I do now.
Right. Ooh. No, but honestly though, what Bree just shared, that is important. Cause that goes hands in hands with communication. Yeah. And if you guys don't know this, and we're 14 episodes in, I just joke a lot. But you definitely should try to teach your partner. And then if they're not willing to learn, then you'd be like, all right, move up.
Dip.
That's why I said don't deal with Jamaican niggas because they be talking about they don't do it.
They definitely eat pussy.
If they saying they don't do it, they're not willing to learn.
Have transcended from not eating pussy to eating pussy, but now they don't want to eat ass. But they will.
They will. Anyway, so I'm asking correct.
Right.
We're gonna do a questionnaire with
our cameraman
on the Patreon. Because he's Jamaican.
Bro, we need to make this Patreon ASAP because people are going to want to know.
Shar probably going to watch this and be like, But anyway.
Right.
All right. So what is one thing you absolutely need to have the best sex?
Head, intimacy. Mm-hmm. You said one thing. I feel like there's more than one thing for me. Sure. I want intimacy. I need first of all, come back. Mm-hmm. Connection. I realize that if I need connection or some sort of chemistry, if there's no connection or emotional connection for me at that, if there is none of that or any of that, it doesn't feel good to me. It feels like it just doesn't feel good to me. That's why I'm a person that can't really do casual sex because I don't feel like being I was used or I was just used for that person's satisfaction and they didn't do anything for me. You know what I mean? And I also think about there's so many other moving parts within my brain when it comes to that. But so emotional connection for me, head, because again, I do not always orgasm from penetration. And when I do, other stimulants need to be done. I need to be I can't tell everything.
Right. She needs something. On the
Patreon. Yeah. And then the other one for me, what did I say? That the third one? It was emotional connection, head. And just okay, I'm gonna think of more.
Okay. No, but as you say that, Brey and I we've been talking a lot, and we were talking about making love, and I was telling Brey, I'm really about to expose myself.
She's about to expose herself.
But I have never placed that much emphasis on making love And yes, I've been in a long-term relationship, and I was just like,
she don't like to make love, y'all. She likes it rough.
To be honest, I think,
and hurtful.
And that's what I'm saying. And I think that has changed. You know why I say that? Because, like, you know, I sent Brey a meme, and it was funny, and it was like, you know, niggas be thinking that making love is just slow sex. And we were actually talking about it. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I was like, honestly, of course, I think that of course I have made love before, but like I said, I have not placed that much emphasis on it because I do feel connected to my partner. But yes, I want you to rough me up. Now, with that being said, you know, I have been placing more emphasis, and I think we've both been like placing more emphasis on like setting a vibe. And I feel like that has like made a complete difference. Like, yes, we, you know, engage in foreplay and things like that, but you know, like when you like massage your partner, or like if you like put on some nice music and you're like listen, I definitely think that makes a difference. And you know, I've been like craving that more. I want you to like,
I love that for you.
Like I want the massages, and I want I want the vibe. But then, you know, after a while, I want you to slap my ass and like choke me. And
I don't really care for rough sex. Maybe I haven't had someone that slept me out where I like rough sex, but I really do love. Like, I'm so passionate when it comes to love making. Like, that's when I think I can make someone fall in love and they fall in love with me.
Yeah, but you know, honestly, to clarify though,
wait, that made no sense. I can make someone fall in love with me and then I fall in love with them. I had to fix that because they're going to be like, what the fuck is she talking about? Y'all, I've been dibbling and dabbling in Callie's OG Kush, and
it had her on a whirlwind. Right
yeah,
now.
like I'm having a lot of brain fog, so please bear with me.
But I honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I have realized that I think that my lovemaking is through rough sex. Honestly. And I say that because like the music and stuff is cool and I do like it. But I do think that I feel like deeply connecting when my partner is like choking me and telling me
and
that he loves
slapping you in the face.
Yeah, and he's telling me that he loves being in my pussy.
But I love that too. Yeah. I haven't
but like the ass like smack. I
told you I like being spanked. Yeah. So like I love being spanked.
But like, you don't like being like hit and stuff.
I haven't had anybody hit me in my face. I do like choking, but there's a degree to choking.
But that's like, what I'm saying for me.
I'm like tiny, and people be trying to cut off my windpipe or like my throat. Like you like that?
I like that.
I don't know.
And now, like I feel like
I be having
hold on. You definitely do sometimes. But when I started getting choked, don't think I've ever had sex without being choked after that. And that's what I'm saying. Like I genuinely feel like you know. That is my lovemaking.
Yeah, I think I probably just need to be slutted out. Yeah. For those parents who watch this, please. I am kidding.
Not I am kidding.
This is for content,
right? Right. The real content is on the Patreon. Yo, stop.
Yo, they're gonna be like, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
All right. Anyway, we'll talk about that. But yeah, so okay, well, I guess we'll just leave that there. Yes.
Yeah.
Brey is like
what was the
passionate lover? Ash is passionate in different ways, like BDS.
So one thing I need
BDSM.
Maybe I can think of something else that I need to have, and you can probably cut this part out.
Oh yeah. I guess I didn't say mine, so I'll let you think about yours.
Okay. Yours.
So boom. So we were continuing with the conversation about one thing that you need to have good sex, and for me, I think I do need a connection. And in the sense of I've always needed that, but for me, it doesn't have to be like a massage or music. It has to be like, I need to know that you want me.
Yeah. Oh, and not
just like, oh, let's fuck, but like come and really make me feel like you want me. Something that is like, I don't know if it's weird, but this is what I prefer, what I really like. Like, I like to have sex in places that just aren't the bed. I feel like once I'm not having sex in the bed, like
I like having sex in the bed.
I do, but it brings sex to like a 20. Like
where you be having it at? What furnishings?
Well, you know, right now it just be in the room, but
it be on the floor.
Yeah.
It be what did Tony Mataran said? Pan the dress up and buck up in Ari.
Yeah, I fucked on the couch and
they probably like, what did she just say? That was not patois, but
crying on the couch, in the car, in the park.
Oh, the car. Well, I haven't had sex in the car actually, but I got head in the car. In my car.
In an alley. Yeah. It just be bringing it to like
another level.
Honestly.
It's the adrenaline of it all.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. But yeah, so like I really need to feel like you desire me. So like even honestly, one thing I really like is like if my partner and I are like standing up and kissing, and like that's something simple, but I like that. Like, you know, it's not like, oh, we're just in the bed and you just want to kiss me now. It's like, you know, we're standing up and we're like kissing and doing other things, and I like that.
I realized that I'm trying to say something without saying too much. But like a man that I've dealt with in the past, and actually some of the men that I've dealt with in the past, like when I'm, you know, giving fellatio on my knees and they're standing up, they love, like they go crazy.
I did that today.
Oh, you did that today?
Yeah.
I love that for you.
But I like stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay.
You like your hair being pulled?
I'll share. Yes. Like that's what I'm saying. I love all the rough stuff. Like the rough stuff makes me feel like you want me.
That's interesting. Maybe we should talk about in another episode of what makes us feel wanted. Because rough sex makes you feel wanted, but for me, I love when a person tells me how, like, again, it goes back to my kink praise, but like how good I'm doing, or like how pretty I am, that, or how like into it they are. They'd be like, "Oh, you feel so good." That
like
makes me know that they want me. Like,
the I love you. I love this pussy. Your pussy feels so good. That I like. I don't really care if you say that I'm like beautiful and stuff like that. Like in that moment, I do like that outside of it. But like the I love you and the I love how this feels and stuff. I like that. So the next thing, we were okay. Remember that clip with the sex doctor on the podcast 85 South show? So I don't know if you saw the entire clip or whatever, but I took some notes. So basically in that clip, she was talking about one, like to get to an orgasm, there are 4 parts. It's desire, arousal, orgasm, and a refractory period. Don't know what the last one is. Anyway, and then she was talking about like desire and arousal tends to look the same. So like she was like they can look very similar.
Oh, you're talking about the woman who talks about how we need to be
18 to 40 minutes.
18. Okay, got it.
Yeah, but still, like for the people who don't know, she's like they can look very similar in women. So like for example, you could think like, oh, her nipples are hard, her pussy is wet, like she wants me, but like that's just desire, and that's not necessarily full arousal.
Such facts.
And she was saying like, you know, it's not till the pussy is pumping that
such facts
that's when you're like fully aroused. And she's saying like even men, like that's why sometimes y'all don't be having like a full nut, because y'all don't be fully aroused. Y'all be like bored, like your dick get a little hard and you look around, want to fuck something. So and then in hindsight she was saying like, you know, all people need about 18 to 40 minutes.
I agree.
To get aroused. So what are some things that you think arouse you?
Again, like a lot of foreplay for me arouses me. A lot of like touching, kissing, like words of affirmation, me knowing that you desire me and want me gets me aroused. A lot of like clit play. A lot of men don't know that the clit is really the focus of it all, for a woman at least. A lot of the time, especially
and even if you move a little bit to the left or the right, it's like, you know what's
so funny? Y'all ever seen that TikTok of that lady talking about how he was rubbing the left lip?
Yeah.
And she's like, what are you doing? Like, and he was on her clip. Basically, that's like a really big focus. And just like, again, head for me is very big. I think it does take me a while to get fully aroused because I can get wet fast, right? Yeah. But that don't mean that my vagina, I don't like saying vagina. I think vagina is prettier. So, where was I?
Or else I would be saying the truth. But go ahead.
But yeah, so my vagina, like I can be wet and I can be semi-aroused, but I'm not fully open to receive the dick. So that just means for me, like I've had encounters where like a guy tries to put his dick in me and it won't go in because I'm too tight still.
Yeah.
And like a lot of men be like, oh, she's mad tight. Yes, my punani is tight. She's
Right.
tight top.
Right.
No blood cleats.
Right.
But however,
it's correct just being like, all right. I know.
Okay. Yes, she is tight.
Yeah.
However, I'm not like when a man tries to push his thing into me, like it hurts because I'm not fully aroused. Right. So I think a lot of that I need for satisfaction.
I like a lot like foreplay as well. So
Very
like
big on
of
foreplay.
course head, like
even teasing.
Yeah. You know, it's so funny. I was going to talk about that, but you know, I'll leave it for later. But yes, okay. I like teasing a lot. But like if you like suck on my neck and like bite on my ear and stuff like that, will like nibble on my ear.
The ear,
not really, like, bite.
I didn't like that.
Really?
Yeah, maybe.
You know, okay,
again, I haven't.
You know what really like turns me on? But I would say this is more so during sex when my partner breathes in my ear. I know that may sound weird, but like it just, I don't know, like it really like gives me chills. Like when like, you know, he's like so close like to my ear and stuff and he's like breathing in my ear, like I don't want to say moaning because I don't know if that's gonna like take away from his masculinity. But yeah, like when like basically like
grunting
when,
like
when he's like even heavy breathing like in my ear and like, you know, he's telling me stuff like directly in my ear. I love that. That drives me.
I love that for you.
Nuts. But nuts. But yeah. I'm thinking, well, yeah, that's what arouses me. So what is something that you do during masturbation that you also like doing during sex? Or that you like having done during sex?
See, I think I'm a vanilla masturbator. Like I don't do too much. And I masturbate, like when I masturbate, I like can't have an orgasm within 2 minutes or 5 minutes. So I'm exposing myself.
So you're like a I don't like a
do
one
too
and
much.
done.
Yeah, I don't do too much. Like I have my toy and I do what I gotta do, and like if I like need a little bit more, I probably put on a video, but that's about it. Like
so when you masturbate, like you just like have a thought and then you start masturbating.
Okay, actually no.
Okay.
I sometimes I have a thought. I have a thought, but I need like visualization to keep going. So I do, but the thing about it is I will go on the sites, but I don't watch anything. I just look at like the thumbnail. Oh my God, yeah. But if I need extra, like something like, because I look at the thumbnail, I can visualize myself doing like certain things to like who I want to do it with. Yes. And then I can get like, do what I got to do. But, oh my God, I'm exposing myself here, y'all. Oh my goodness. But I don't use fingers in myself. I feel like that's really weird for me. Like, again, I'm experienced in sex, but I'm not that experienced because I haven't been with a lot of people. And then I don't really think nobody really slept me out like that. And I'm also still learning my body. Yeah. I'm also still trying to figure out what I like.
I think maybe that never changes though. I feel like you're always going to be learning like new things that you like or don't like.
So like lately, before it used to just been like me focusing on down there, but lately I've been playing like with my boobs and like touching myself and like really thinking about it.
Right.
And
yo, we really giddy as like two children, but yeah,
too much. Yeah, but like I think I'm gonna start to advance and like maybe like fingering myself and really feeling like what I feel like, and like it's just for me that's a little bit taboo because I'm used to like another person doing it for me. So yeah.
Okay. For me,
I don't know. I'm very vanilla.
You know, I feel like that's so interesting because I do the complete opposite. Because like I know that there are people that just masturbate like without like any visuals or stuff like that. But like for me, I'm the opposite. Like I will think, like, you know, I'm like kind of turned on and like
you know what they say?
I want to masturbate. Go ahead.
That people who only think and don't need visualization or any like video are like the devil, real life sex demon.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Really?
Yeah.
But you know, for me, it's like okay, the thought pops in my mind, like, all right, I'm turned on or I'm horny or whatever the fuck, and I'm like, all right, I'm not fully aroused. So what I do is okay. So I do two things.
You may have to get a little bit closer.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. So I do two things. So I used to watch a lot of videos.
Okay, can we say something?
Yeah.
What was the main
video? I used to watch a lot of videos.
Yeah.
So we were talking about masturbation. So when I masturbate, I used to watch a lot of videos, used to use my hands and stuff. But then I discovered sex stories, and I love those. I don't know. I love sex stories. So like you know, I don't necessarily need the video, and I don't really need a picture or anything like that. Yes, porn will always turn me on, but like the stories. Yeah. So I love sex stories. The sex stories, they are A1. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I don't need like a picture or anything, as long as I can like visualize it in my mind. Like that's how I am when I read. Like when I read stories, regular stories, you know, I have to like kind of imagine what the people look like and what they're doing and stuff. So, you know, it's easier to like imagine me and my partner and whatever the fuck. But I love sex stories. And then I tease myself. Like I'm not the person that watches like a quick video or reads like one story and it's like, all right, bam.
Yeah. I am that person.
No, I
take your time.
Like, yeah, I take my time. I don't even like to come too quick. I'm like, I'm not ready to come yet and stuff like that.
You know, I would do that too. Like I would tease myself, but I think I have like, so growing up, I used to like, I just knew that masturbating, well, I didn't knew, but like, I thought like masturbating was such a bad thing that I was just going to be shunned by God and like God will never love me if I masturbate. So I created this whole big thing about masturbation where I want to just do it quickly so I don't get like in trouble.
So I get that.
So even now in my present day as an adult, like masturbating to me is like, I should not be doing this. You should not be doing this, blah, blah. I think that's why I don't enjoy it as much because, or I don't try to dive into my body or like do what you do because I think it's like something that's wrong.
You know
and I
so
like
funny?
Punish myself.
I used to feel guilty after. So like,
so she's
and
like,
that's my toxic trait. And then I'm going to do what I want to do and then be like, fuck.
The consequences after is like, okay.
So I think I recently stopped feeling guilty after like probably within this year.
That. I need to learn that.
Probably like within this year. I was like, fuck it. But no, I get that. I think we just deal with it differently. For you, you're like, I gotta hurry up. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. So like, let me just enjoy it.
Okay,
and
question.
Then I feel guilty after. Like I feel disgusted after. Like I don't even want to watch the video anymore.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to read this. Well, I think that's the thing. Maybe it's like me starting to read the stories that I was just like, you know, it's fine. Like, after, cause like, yeah, but I would turn the video off like quick.
Right. So lately I haven't been watching any video either because I have a toy that does get the job done and I can visualize like what I'm doing with who I want to do with. And it just gets the job done. Like, and I'd be like, wow, like, am I becoming the sexual demon like others?
Yes, she is. She is.
I'm just still learning about myself and my body and what I like and what I don't like. And I love that for me.
I love that for you too.
But sex stories, yes, because I understand your perspective because I used to read 50 Shades of Grey, the entire. Like,
yeah, I read the whole trilogy as well.
The whole thing. And every time the sex scene came up or like within the book, I got tingles. Yeah. When I was a high schooler. So I was like, I can't wait to have sex because this is going to be amazing. Like, I know I'm going to do X, Y, and Z.
No, 50 Shades had a chokehold on me. And it still has a chokehold on me because I still want an Audi R8 for my dream car because he had that. And I wanted Playroom and I'm going to have it. I
want the contraption that he had. And this is the last thing I'm going to say about 50 Shades. The contraption where he like buckled her legs together and you can extend it and close it and flip them over. I want that done to me so
And then
bad.
that's the first time I heard about the vibrating panties.
That is so true. Yes. Okay.
But yes. So the one thing that I do during masturbation that I actually really enjoy is teasing. Sometimes, you know, I gotta tell my partner, like, yeah, like, I don't want it like now. I want you to like build it up. And I don't know.
Question: do you do it in the out, like in the out or in the open? Whoa, what am I talking about? Out in the open or like really reserved, like under a sheet?
I do it out in the open.
Okay.
I
do under a sheet, and that's because, again, I feel ashamed. But, like, I'm trying to teach myself not to feel ashamed. Like, this is my body. I should love her. I should give, like, give love to her. Like I know myself best, right? So I should.
But I think how is self gratification so wrong? Like, isn't it wrong to be a hoe? Like, come on, choose one. I gotta get this nut off.
Right. But I also think I do it under like a sheet too, because or like my blanket because I don't want no spirit watching me. And that's like
come on, now you have to taunt me.
It's spooky season, but no, for real, I'd be thinking like I don't want my grandfather watching me do this.
Crying.
I'd be feeling hella bad. I remember one time he was like, if you ever get that urge, as I was growing up as a young woman, he was like, if you ever get that urge to do anything sexual, go take a cold shower. That's what he told me.
Sir, mind your business.
So that, like I guess that shame, I guess carried with me. I carried it with me into my adult life. So, but that's only with masturbation. With sex, we can be butt ass naked. We can be out there.
Yeah.
Listen, sex is, I don't know why.
I love being naked, but I love being naked in general.
I like being naked, but only by myself.
So, any closing remarks about what you would like to advise someone about sex?
I guess this whole conversation is about like, for me, what I'm taking it from it is like, moving forward, obviously we cannot change the past, but moving forward, we must do things that we enjoy. Obviously not hurting others, but like do things that we enjoy and do things that make us aroused. And we shouldn't have like one-sided sex. That's what I'm getting from it. Whether it's like masturbation and one-sided sex, I guess with masturbation is kind of tough, but I mean like fully like diving into what you like, your
being
needs, being free. I think that's my problem. I'm not as free when it comes to that, but the other thing, just having sex with my partner or someone else, make sure you get what you want. Especially women. Women, make sure you get what you want. It's not all about the man go nut regardless. So make sure you get what you want and what you need out of that interaction and that experience. And, make it, I wouldn't say make it about you, but like do your best to like, so you can have a good time too. Cause you don't want to regret the experience. I've had experiences where I regretted the experience and I was just like, I don't know why I did that. Cause now I don't feel great about myself and I don't think I'm ever going to do it again, or do with that person again. And I actually go on long periods of time where I don't have sex. Like I've been 8 months without sex.
Why?
Because I didn't want to have sex with anyone. Like I just didn't feel like they deserved my body. Yeah, but for me, I just feel like nobody deserved what I was giving. And it was a really tough 8 months. And then when I did give it up to someone, it was a nigga the pussy blower.
That almost tried to kill my friend.
The pussy. Oh, yes. He tried to kill me.
Because apparently if you, sorry.
No, you can do it. Because
if you blow in a pussy, you could get an embolism. And that could be very dangerous and harmful to your vagina, your body.
Yeah, your vagina. Yeah. But I gave it up to him and like, it didn't suffice. Right. It was not great. So then I went on another period of like not having sex. So that's my problem. Like, it's just like.
No, bro, you got to fuck until you find the right person. Okay. No, I mean, you know what? You can do what you want.
Moving forward, you know what? It was like, remember
practice makes perfect.
You're right. So. Should I switch up my ways? I think so. On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, you'll find out that
Brey is still being a simp.
Still being a simp. Still being a certified lover girl. So that concluded episode 14. We hope that you all enjoyed this episode and maybe learned something new. Do you have anything else to say?
No, just continue to have the best sex that you have. Have safe, fun, great sex.
Yes. And thank you for supporting us as always. Bye.
Bye, ho.